Hey, what's up guys? I'm Victor with Detail Boys. Today we have this 2021 Mercedes-Benz GLE in for a paint correction and ceramic coating. I already went ahead and prepped the car. We washed it, decontaminated it, iron removal. Up next, we're gonna clay it. If you wanna see how I prepped the vehicle prior to this, let me know down in the comments. Let's get to it. So for our clay bar, we're using a fine grade clay bar. We're gonna go ahead and spray the surface with clay lube, clay it, dry it, and move around the whole vehicle. So the purpose of claying it is to remove any contaminants that the paint may have prior to polishing. What the clay will do, it'll pick up the contaminants onto the actual clay bar. You want to cover the whole section that you're working on. Spray your clay bar. Just nice back and forth movements, light pressure. Once you clay that section, you want to go ahead and dry it. And move on to your next section. Okay guys, so I've done a test spot on the vehicle already. I know what I'm going to use. We're going to go with the D8 polisher, Meguiar's microfiber cutting pad, and classic polish by Shine Supply. The reason we're going with the microfiber is to get more bite, and we're going to go with classic polish to reduce the haze. I've done the test spot, it works perfect, so we're going to continue around the whole car. Then we'll come back and we'll do the final refinement polish, and then we'll prep it for ceramic coating. Okay guys, so what we're going to do prior to polishing is we're going to go ahead and spray Q2M Prep by Geon. It's basically going to remove any oils that can be on the paint from the polish or from anything before, any waxes. So basically just mist your door. Nice gentle wipes. And we're ready to polish. So what I like to do is I like to put the polish on the pad, lay it flat, keep it on speed 1, and spread it out. So you want to work in small sections. Once you have the polish spread out, you can maybe move to speed 3 or 4, maybe 3.5. Have it on 4. Slow passes, overlap your passes. What you don't want to do is you don't want to just go back and forth real fast. You're not doing anything. All you're doing is spreading the product. You want to let the product work. And the other reason you don't want to go too fast is you're going to dry out your product and you're not going to give it a chance to work and do what it's supposed to be doing. Also, another tip, on your last pass, I typically drop it to speed 2.5 or so to minimize the haze. Give it one last final pass. Then grab your first towel. Get the bulk on the wipe. Flip it. And then come back with your second towel and get all the excess off. Keep in mind, you're not putting heavy pressure. It's just light pressure to get all the polish off of the paint. You don't want to add any more scratches or marring or swirls or any of that. Then grab your light, check your work, and if it's good, you move on to the next panel. So another thing that's very important is you always want to blow out your pads in between passes. That way you get the fibers to stand up and you get all that extra polish that's in your pad out. So now we're going to focus on the front fender. I brought out my 3-inch Rupes machine. We're going to go ahead and put the polish on there. You don't have to put much, maybe 4 dots. Go ahead and keep it on speed 1. Spread it out a little bit. Go to speed 3. Be very careful with your edges. You don't want to just roll right over, go with it. Nice slow passing. The other thing you want to make sure your pad is completely flat when you're polishing. You don't want to keep it at an angle. That's going to give you bumper trails, or you're going to stall out the pad. Another thing I used to do in the past is I used to actually mark my backing plate with the black marker, so that when I'm polishing, if the black marker is in the same spot, you know your pad's stalling. If you see it spinning, you know it's not stalling, you know it's spinning. So that's like a good indicator. So just like before, get all the bulk with the first towel. Come back with your final towel. Bring out your light. Double check it. And if you're good, move on to the next panel. Okay guys, so for the B pillars, we're gonna go ahead and polish those out. Always make sure you mask around the rubber trim. The last thing you wanna do is stain that by hitting it with a microfiber cutting pad or any compound. Just try to get it as close as possible to the trim. What I like to do also is down here at the bottom, I also put a piece of tape so that you can get as close to the edges as possible and not damage the trim, as well as up here. You can even double it for extra safety, just in case it rips. Save yourself hundreds of dollars. So we also have to keep in mind this is plastic. It's not metal like the paint. So we're gonna go ahead and keep it at a slow speed, maybe 2.5. I'll lower it back down to 1. Give it a couple light passes. Wipe it with your first towel, second towel, check it with your light. So all that haze is actually going to clean up with the second final step. Okay guys, so for the small areas that are tough to get in with the 3-inch, we're going to use our Rupus hybrid with a 1-inch backing plate, 1-inch pad, a microfiber cutting pad. Same process. Put it on 1. Spread out your product. Try to get as close to the letters as possible. The goal is to get all the edges where the 3-inch will not fit. There you have it. Okay guys, next we're gonna work on the hood. Slow speed. Spread it out. Speed it up. There it is. Keep in mind also guys, microfiber cutting pads are notorious for leaving haze behind, but since we're using classic polish by Shine Supply, it kind of made it less aggressive while still having a nice bite to it. Okay guys, now that we're done with the cutting step, we're gonna go ahead and refine it with a finish polish. The reason we're gonna do this is to remove any haze, any marring, anything from the cutting step. For that, we're gonna use our DA rootless polisher as well as the Car Pro white finishing pad and Perfect Finish by Sonax. Okay, so for the final polish, we're putting 4 small dots. Place it directly onto the paint. You wanna go at a slow speed just to spread out the product. Go to speed 3. I just let it glide over the paint. What this is gonna do is it's gonna refine the paint, remove any marring. I'm putting very little pressure. So now we're gonna wipe it off and you're gonna be able to see the gloss. All the marring or any haze that was left behind is gonna be gone. There it is. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the whole vehicle, finish it off, then we'll go with the final wipe down and start the ceramic coating. That's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something from it. If you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you have any ideas for future videos, go ahead and drop them in the comment section. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Have a great day.